How you doing? Hope you guys are enjoying the holidays. It's been a long time since I've made a video. I plan to be making a lot more here coming up and getting some scheduled, hopefully get ahead of it. But yeah, today I wanted to talk about something I was pretty happy to finally do, which was finally put in a magazine rack. Wasn't quite what I thought I was planning on doing in my head. Thought about maybe doing something a little bit more like the store, but with the limited room I have, I thought this would be kind of a good way to do it. I sold one of my arcade one-ups, the 12-in-1. I just really hadn't been playing it, even though it has fun games on it. It was annoying that I could only save scores for Centipede and Asteroids Deluxe. And I have other ways to play it, like my Build-A-Cade and other things. And like I have another X arcade stick with the trackball, so yeah, it just made sense to finally sell it, and it made room to finally add in this. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to put in a magazine rack is because I am a big fan of the Dreamcast, and I had this subscription when I was in middle school when the Dreamcast came out, and I used to read it in between my classes and when I was done with classes. So I got rid of all those magazines way back then. But funny enough, about 10 years ago at a garage sale, I bought probably more than half of these, or almost all of these, except for a couple, from a ex-wife who was selling her ex-husband's stuff. I only got the magazines, if I'm remembering right. So I don't know what else she sold. I think that's all I got from her, but it was a long time ago. But at least they went to a good home at the very least. But anywho, so I'm trying to complete my Dreamcast magazine collection to an extent. The first couple issues are pretty pricey. I might just forget about those since I can just read them all online for free anyway. But yeah, so I really love these magazines. One thing I always noticed about them was that they're good, kind of a matte material. They always felt like they were a little more premium than other magazines. And the articles are really good. And they even talk about how to mod the maracas for Samba de Amigo, and so they got a lot of cool. They talk about that in a few issues actually. Maybe this is when they talk about it again. I don't know, but I could just tell the people that wrote it actually were kind of passionate about the system. And then also it talks about my favorite game of all time, Shenmue. So this is one of the main reasons why I wanted to put this in. But also I really love the years before that with the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis specifically. And then another good reason why I wanted a magazine rack was these retro gamer magazines that have come out, in the last few years or last decade plus or whatever. They're extremely good quality, really good stuff to talk about in here. Yeah, I couldn't say enough good things about them. They still make magazines today. I bought most of these from Barnes & Noble, a couple from conventions, and I think I finally signed up to an actual subscription again, so I'll have to put that back in order. And then they have some specialty magazines that are a little outside of their normal subscription that I've also bought. There's a random PlayStation magazine I got. There's an Xbox. This was one of the last gifts I got from my late grandfather, along with a Steam Engine collection, which I'll show sometime. He was pretty excited about the fact that I had a man cave, so he gave this to my mom, who was, her dad, and he gave it to give it to me. He was pretty excited to hear that I had a whole man cave kind of thing going on, because he kind of was turning his house into that. So it's pretty cool magazine. It's before HD televisions, so you can see old TVs on walls and like that. So it's a pretty cool book. Nothing people really have seen or haven't seen before really, but it's actually pretty cool. That'll be in there for the time being. Then I just have free Game Informers. Those will move out pretty soon. And I'll have this listing to this magazine rack on Amazon. But it was super simple. I just put 2 wall anchors in up here. And I think I have just like a screw down here to keep it from swaying, but there's only 2 wall anchors up there, and that's keeping all of this steady. So it feels pretty sturdy. Got my strategy guides in here. I've been going on a little bit of a binge buying new magazines, or new old magazines like Sega Visions. Signed up to that Retro Gamer magazine, which was a new one actually. Star Wars Insiders, which I got for like pennies on the dollar at one point. Where else? Yeah, I got the also these arcade magazines. Let's see here. There's that. There's another one. So I actually grew up with the Sega Channel, and I had to get this magazine because I actually had it when I was a kid. It was really exciting to have it. I've since rebought the adapter. But this was the exact... Where did I put that? Oh, well, I don't know where I put the adapter now. I'll have to find it later. But yeah, I grew up with the Sega Channel back in the day, so it was pretty fun to get it. The Nintendo Powers I got like from a nearby store here when they were still in town. You know, for like a couple dollars each. I wish I bought more of them, but I think I bought all the old ones I could find. I kind of run into them and buy them whenever I see them now. But yeah, it's I really like having this. And then whenever I play on my Apple IIs, I forget pretty much all the commands, so I have to kind of consult this book a little bit. For some reason, those commands aren't like easily Google searchable when you want them. So it's actually good to have some manuals around. So that's why I have that there. But yeah, I have some like arcade magazines in here. I'm struggling to find. Where are they? Here they are. These I got for pretty cheap, and they're like extremely good quality for some reason. Like they look like they've almost never been used. It's pretty crazy. These are really cool. I saw these first being talked about in the Metal Jesus channel. And there's another magazine I want to get that talks about Dragon's Lair and stuff. I really want to get that one, but they're not too expensive. That one fell. But yeah, they're pretty sturdy. They're made of pretty good material. I plan on getting more of these, even though you can read all of these for free online. People have scanned them already, so that's always good. Yeah, those came out before the consoles really did. Well, the 2600 was around at one point, but well, when that came out. But yeah, I really like my magazine rack here. I've been reading them a bit more since I put it up, and that was the goal. That's kind of the goal with a lot of my things, why I have them out on display. A lot of things have changed in here. Like I have my old Apple computers out now. I now have 2 Darth Vader Apple IIs, which are pretty exciting. I'm going to sell one of them at some point. Got them from a estate sale. Unfortunately, this shelf is just a little bit too tall to fit under there. Those are my options at Walmart, that shelf. But otherwise it's a really good shelf. Yeah, my old Apple IIs, Macs. Down there, it's not set in stone how I have this. I made that light box a long time ago, along with these movie poster light boxes, which I sell. If you live in the Houston area, I can sell you one as well. My 3D Blu-ray collection's back there. And then, some new additions also. I added in some quarter arcades. Got my guitars out, which hopefully I plan on using a bit more. I just finally fixed my banjo today, which is exciting. Because work's a little bit light in the wintertime, thankfully. And just showing you a brief little show of the man cave right now as it is. But it's not fully completed. I plan on doing an actual updated man cave, home theater, garage, potentially, video later this year. So, but yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good time. You know, this winter time of the year. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. But yeah, it's been fun. Thanks for tuning in again. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. I love to reply to comments. Preferably good, but I also reply to constructive criticism as well. If you guys want me to talk about anything in the future or do more in-depth video on stuff, definitely let me know. That's my little sports wall there too. So pay attention to my channel, because I'll be uploading a new man cave, movie room, garage kind of tour video this year, hopefully before the end of this year. And yeah, and then I'm planning on making more videos on my mini arcade machines. This random light I put in just for one specific game, Gunfighter, Legend of Jesse James 2, so I could do a video on that. And yeah, just or 3D Blu-rays more, because it's another passion of mine, and VR is as well. So, and this Steel Battalion controller is really fun too. So, all right, yeah, thanks so much. Bye.